Leadership development is a $366 billion industry, yet most leadership development programs fail. Every organization is at war for talent, and it's important to hire for character and train for skill.
So really, companies of all sizes, but especially small to medium business, need to understand that the number one determinant of your success is hiring great talent. It's your people. And you need to have a couple things. First and foremost, understanding what success looks like for the role. Meaning, what are those attributes in this role? Not a list of experiences, because small to medium business and even large companies over-rotate on experience. Experience tells you where you've been, character tells you where you're going. So develop a success profile by role with the character attributes that determine and predict success in the role. Next, make sure your recruiters are absolutely students of the business, that they understand what business problems you're trying to solve with Talent Solutions. Lastly, A players select A players. Make sure that you have the absolute best in your firm searching for the next generation of leaders and contributors. A players have the humble confidence to recognize those attributes that make people successful, much more so than B and C players. Basically, really what every company needs to be doing, especially small to medium business, is treating your human capital with the same discipline, rigor, and focus that you do your financial capital.
Talent has been and continues to be a relevant topic for successful organizations. From Silicon Valley to Wall Street to the battlefields of Iraq and Afghanistan, it's something that we absolutely have to put an emphasis on, especially in these times. When you put talent as a top priority and not product, your talent in return will take care of your clients. They'll create an amazing product, which ultimately will take care of your bottom line.
Working with an outside talent advisory company to hire the correct talent helps organizations avoid a bad, costly hire. They can also step in during times of crisis and partner with your organization for future recruiting and hiring. You can't outrun the collateral cost of a bad hire.
Your ability to internally develop your leaders is the number one determinant between success or failure. And Talent War Group comes in and we teach companies how to develop their leaders. In fact, we follow something called the train the trainer model. We don't want you contacting us every year to come back in. We want to teach you how to develop the leaders. We want to teach your leaders how to coach and mentor in order to create more leaders.
Talent War Group is a veteran-owned management consulting and executive search firm that delivers talent solutions to business problems. We bring our processes and insights to deliver talent solutions that help you exceed your objectives and grow your company.
So Talent War Group is a leading management consulting and executive search firm. A lot of people ask, what does that mean? We're in the business of people. Not only hiring, but also the leadership development phase as well. It matters who you bring into the organization, but once you have them, 9/10 of the battle is developing them into the leaders that your people deserve. Now, a lot of companies don't understand leadership development all that well. Usually it's leadership by inoculation. You get your people into a room for about 1 to 2 days and you talk about leadership, expecting behaviors to change. And that's leadership through inoculation, as if lining people up and giving them a shot of leadership and expecting things to change. Talent War Group doesn't believe in that. We want to make changes to your culture, and ultimately your culture is behaviors, what your people do day in and day out. Because effective leadership development is building that culture of day-to-day implementation and behaviors that reflect the actions that you need to drive results. And I've gone out and created or formed a team of some of the most prolific retired special operations leaders who are now business leaders leading their own organizations.
Well, first of all, it was a gift and an honor to write this book with my brother, Mike Sorelli. And I think there's been a lot of books written about special operations. There's been a lot of books written about hiring, but nobody had brought those two things together. And Mike and I are extremely passionate about leadership, about people. So basically, we wrote a book that took the U.S. Special Operations and used that as the example of how small and medium businesses could really propel themselves to success. And the basic premise is that nobody comes to special operations with prior experience. They have processes that determine the attributes that will lead their teams to be successful. And we use that as a model to write this book as to how companies could best look at people to be their number one and most important asset in achieving success. Mike and I have been motivated by our time in the military, our time in corporate America. We are so passionate about talent, people, and leadership. And we wanted to combine those things, help veterans, and especially help the most important thing in the world to us, which is the U.S. economy.
Talent War Group offers a variety of services to help your organization win the war on talent. From executive search, helping you find the right leader for your organization, to talent acquisition and HR consulting, bridging the gap between what you have and what you need from an HR perspective, to leadership development, and to executive coaching. And additionally, we have a world-class speakers bureau should you be interested in hiring a keynote speaker.
When I bring my staff of retired, proven, credible special operations leaders, now business leaders, into companies, we change behaviors, and that's what leadership development is about. That's what Talent War Group is about. We're about creating cultures defined by leadership, and ultimately leadership is about behavior.
To learn more about Talent War Group and their book, The Talent War, How Special Operations and Great Organizations Win on Talent, visit talentwargroup.com.